See how big the peanuts have gotten. Oh, I might have carrot sprouts. Okay, it's time to take this off. They're sprouting. These are volunteers. So I'm back in my paint clothes again. I'm going to paint the porch. It's nice out there. It feels like fall, like early morning fall out there. I think it's might get close to 80 today. I don't remember. I glanced at the weather, but I didn't really pay attention. I was more interested in whether or not it was gonna rain. It's not, so I need to water the front garden. I watered the back last night, and I need to do the front, especially my new seedlings that are coming up really need to be watered along with my new carrots. So, and I have a bunch of tomatoes again that I need to freeze or eat. So the last batch of the yellow ones that I froze, I didn't get to taste. So before I freeze these, as I'm cutting them up, I'm going to try them. I'm not sure I'm going to ever grow them again. They're okay tasting. They taste better than the orange accordions that I had grown. Those had no flavor at all. And bugs are still eating my tomatoes. My green tomatoes out there are getting worms in them. One of the plants I'm gonna pull up today, if I get around to it, in between painting. So I have to put one more coat of the Kilz on the 3 pillars on the lower part of it. And then I'm going to start actually painting it with the exterior mold resistant paint that I got. I went, what day was it? I think I went Friday and went to Lowe's and picked up a gallon of Kilz and some more paint, another quart of paint, so I could do all of it, finish it this coming week. I don't know if my daughter's gonna be able to come and help do the top part, or I'll have to ask my friend again to come. She says she didn't have any problem with it. So we'll see. I just I did end up buying a whole gallon of Kills, and I did not get the more specialized Kill, the more expensive one. I just bought the regular interior exterior Kills because I'm going to use the other part, what's left, to prime my bathroom, the little bathroom in the hallway. It's blue right now. I don't really like it. I have extra green paint. I have a 5-gallon bucket of green paint that's, I don't know, at least half full still. So I'm going to use it and paint that bathroom because I really like my green walls. And I don't really like that color, that shade of blue that's in there. So I've been wanting to paint it for a long time. Almost as soon as I painted it the blue color that I picked out, I did not like it. So yeah. The vanity in there, sink vanity, also needs to be painted. Another coat or two of the white. It's starting to look a little rough in there. I painted it. It used to be brown, like a dark stained brown, and my daughter and I painted it white, and I changed the knobs out. I found an old container of Kills, but it was a gallon. I found it 2 days ago, and it was like 3/4 of the way full, and I thought, oh, I won't have to buy any. Well, I opened it up and I stirred and stirred and stirred, and it's past its use. You can't. It's partially too runny and partially too coagulated, dried. I don't know what to, it did not smooth out. So it's out back drying out, and then I went to Dollar General and bought the smallest bag, cheapest bag of kitty litter I could find. If it hasn't dried out, I'm gonna add some of that kitty litter so that I can put it into my garbage without having issues. You're not allowed to put paint out. Now, you can't put paint out without it being dry. You can put it if it's completely dry inside, or you've added sand or kitty litter or something to it and dried it up. So I'm gonna make my breakfast here. I've already got my coffee steeping, whatever you call it, brewing. I don't know what do you call it. And I was craving some French toast, but I don't have any bread right now. So I may also make some bread in my bread machine while I'm out there, so I can have French toast either for dinner tonight or tomorrow for breakfast. This is my breakfast. Coffee, bacon, some of my cherry tomatoes, and an omelet. This just has Parmesan cheese in it. I kind of messed it up when I folded it over, so that's why it looks a little weird. So while I was drinking my second cup of coffee, I boiled some lentils because I thawed out some eggplant casserole yesterday that I had made a while ago, and I kind of need some more protein in my diet, so I've been trying to add some, and I have these lentils in the cupboard, so I'm going to add these when I warm up the casserole today. I don't know if I'm going to eat it for lunch or dinner because I also have some of that beef bourguignon sauce I thawed it out, and I thawed out half a pound of ground beef. I need to make some rice to eat that over. And it is not drying out, so I'm not sure how much to use. That's what it looks like now. So I've cut up some more tomatoes. This is my back freezer. I have 2, 4, 6, 8 bags of the regular tomatoes and 2 of the cherry tomatoes. The bottom bin is all that pork that I bought on sale. So the tomatoes haven't done real well this year because of all the bugs and the heat. Well, first it was too much rain, then it was not enough, and the heat, the bugs, and I was hoping to be able to share some of my tomatoes in some of the, what they call blessing boxes around town, but like the orange accordion tomatoes didn't really have a good flavor, and I didn't feel good about putting a flavorless tomato in those. So I just basically chopped those up unless they really didn't look good. And then I put them in the garden, tossed them. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to get as many tomatoes frozen as I did last year. And this coming year, next year, I plan on just growing determinate tomatoes for the time being. I will probably grow the little, I still have some seed, so from the packet that I bought, I think. So I will probably grow these again, but not next year. They do have a good tomatoey flavor, and they've done pretty well. I won't be growing the orange accordion again, and of course I'll probably grow the Brandywine, except for next year, because I'm going to hunt for some determinate seeds so I can plant them in a bed that hasn't had tomatoes in it. I always plant them in a lower bed so they have room to grow and I can still reach them. But next year I'm going to put them in one of my my tall birdie beds so they can dry out better. Hopefully there won't be the fungal problems next year that I've had this year. And I'm going to do the determinants so that I can still reach them. I guess I could do the indeterminate and prune them, but I'm just going to get some determinate, disease resistant, probably some kind of hybrid, and plant those next year, and only do maybe 6 plants in one bed, maybe 2. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. But yeah, no fun varieties for next year. I'm just gonna let the other beds rest from tomatoes or eggplants. I don't know where I'm gonna plant my potatoes next year. I'm gonna try and get away from using the grow bags next year to give that soil a rest, because I reuse my soil in my grow bags. And you're not supposed to plant the same thing over and over again. But when you have a small garden, sometimes you don't really have a choice. But I'm going to try and move things around next year. Just too many bugs, too much, disease this year. Okay, I'm going to cut up the rest of these tomatoes and I'm going to go outside and work, even though the wind's blowing. I hate working in the wind, but I need to do some stuff, paint and other things. This is my lunch. Some iced coffee and the lentils I made to add some protein to this dish, and the eggplant casserole I made last month. The date I made it or froze it was July 13th. That's what's on the label. So this is going to be my lunch. I'm going to go eat. And then I've got to wash some towels. I think it's good and solid now. Keep finding hidden watermelons. This one's not quite ready. I think all my little turnips have dried up in the heat. I'm going to see if these two are ripe or not. So both of these watermelon had very brown what are they called? The little curly Q next to it. I can't remember what they're called. Anyway, they had a very dried one. I found them in the weeds, mostly grass out there in the tunnel garden. So let's see if they're right. Let's do the little one first. Huh, maybe. I still have paint on my hands, even though my arms, even though I did wash my hands multiple times. That is very ripe. So I'm just gonna eat this one. Okay. Oh, I don't think this one is ripe. It's very pale. Yeah, nope, not right. Even though the tendril, that's what it's called, a tendril, was all dried up. I'm sauteing some onions and a little bell pepper, the rest of the little bell pepper from my garden. Making some rice, and I'm going to put this ½ pound of ground beef into the vegetables, and then pour some of the sauce that I made for the beef bourguignon in here. So I moved it all to a bigger pot, one that has a lid. And I sauteed the ground beef and the vegetables, and then I added the beef bourguignon sauce that I had put in the freezer a few days ago. Just gonna let this saute a few minutes, simmer a few minutes, and then I'll come back. And this is my dinner. Some okra from the garden that's been air fried, and this beef bourguignon sauce that I made too much of over rice with some onions, bell pepper, and ground beef. I'm gonna try this. It's really hot. It's really good. The okra is delicious. I just put a little oil on the okra and kind of tossed it on the little tray and air fried it. I didn't even put any salt or pepper on it. It doesn't really need it. It's really good the way it is, just plain. So thank you all for watching. I am going to try and work on the membership page the next couple days and paint my pillars. I need another coat, And then hopefully somebody can help me hold the ladder and paint the upper parts. So I have one coat of the paint on there. I can kind of see some of the spots still on some of the outer pillars, but hopefully the second coat will take care of that. If it doesn't, I'll just put a third coat on the really bad parts. And hopefully I won't have to paint it for a very long time. So y'all take care. Thank you all for watching. Bye.